Hey friends, Mike and Rochelle here. She's coming out. It is New Year's Eve day. It's beautiful. It's going to be 70 degrees and we are going to harvest lots of greens and we're going to be canning greens. Let's have some fun. Okay, so we've got a lot of radishes. We went ahead and put our bunching onions and our lettuce under here because we did have some cold nights.
Look at how the lettuce came back.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
We have a nice salad. Look at all the dill. And then over here we have the arugula. We've been getting a lot of snails, guys, so we're just gonna really use our wash station over here. And
is this all dill?
that's a lot of dill. And then there's the Asian daikon radishes, and then we have mustard greens. We'll probably take some of the beet greens, turnips.
Okay,
These are
so we're harvesting most of the greens.
most of the greens. And then over here we have collard greens. They didn't do very good this year, but you know what, we're gonna cook them up. The Napa cabbage is forming really good heads. I think we can wait a little bit longer on that, but here we go. Hey guys, we need your help. Usually we're pretty good about knowing what we planted, but I had some extra flower seeds. Does anybody know what these are?
They're gorgeous. Now look at how it forms
See
on the stem.
The round leaf.
But look at the flower, how you would think that would be the end of it.
I had an extra package of seeds and I threw it in.
Now
and
I don't know the, what do you call it, breed or the...
Yeah, so if anybody knows what that is, please put a comment in.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Here are the mustard greens. The guys are taking them pretty much all down. I'm just pulling them from the base. It's going to be a lot of, unfortunately, snails, but we're going to do here our wash table. We're going to wash them really good, and then when we go in the house, we're going to wash them as well. Yeah, the mustard greens did really good this year. I do like collards, but we'll just cook up a bunch of different greens. I might even throw some arugula in there. We've had some cool nights, upper 30s or so, but it really hasn't been that bad. We're probably going to get another cold front here in the next 10 days, and that's going to be it pretty much for the garden. So we're going to go ahead and harvest and cook up a whole bunch of greens so we have. And we'll show you the process of how we do it. Our dinosaur kale did really well. We were fighting with insects, but I did a dusting of diatomaceous earth. And guys, these are just beautiful. And what I'm going to do is, I'm still off for another week. I'm going to make kale chips with olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'll do a video on that. Those are really delicious. So our collard greens did have a tough year. We did do a little diatomaceous earth. I tried some neem oil. Just maybe it was the location. We still got some pretty good greens on here, so we'll just go ahead and harvest it all up, and we'll mix it with the mustard greens. Just do one huge pot, and we're probably going to pressure can them in quart jars. What do we got here?
Okay, well, we were digging around to get some beet greens, but look at this,
turnips.
baby.
Nice.
Oh, turnip greens, sorry.
Yeah, we could throw that in the pot.
That's beautiful.
And there's some more in there too, Rochelle. We can throw slice up some turnips. What we got up there?
We got a handful of green beans.
Kentucky Wonders. This late in the year? Yeah, the rest of the plant's starting to look pretty bad, but yeah, we'll harvest those. It's pretty cool. Nice. It's a big boy. Gonna do a pre-rinse. Guys, this wash table is very convenient. It really saves a lot of dirt from getting in the kitchen. Simple construction. Just mesh wire, you build a frame, build legs. I don't think we've done a video on that, but we've been using this for a long time. Once we get these in the house, folks, we're gonna go ahead and really wash them good and inspect them, make sure there's no bugs or anything on them. But this really helps to do this. You see, look, a little caterpillar, a slug. We just started covering the garden because the weather started getting cool, and the slugs naturally will go underneath the cover. But come next spring, when we start getting rain, I'll put some slug bait. It's not going to hurt anything. It's a nice looking turnip. All right, guys, we've got a lot of greens. We're going to get these in the house. We're going to clean them up really well. We're going to pull the stems. I'll show you how we do it. And look at these beautiful turnips. We're going to add this in our pot of greens as well. Onions, garlic. So let's get into the kitchen. It's kind of unusual to have Kentucky Wonder green beans this late in the year, but hey, we'll take them.
Well, it looks like the vine is almost.
Yeah, the vine is starting to die, but
to see that a few more popped out.
But hey, yeah, we could cook these up.
Nope, these going over here. They're not doing as well this year.
Yeah,
I actually think maybe it hasn't been cold enough.
I agree. Snow peas need really cold weather. All right, let's put this with the batch. Check this out, guys. Is that beautiful sight to see or what? We're gonna wash this, and then if you guys don't, if you don't have a commercial salad spinner, that's fine. We do process a lot of greens. It's a nice tool to have. I'll show you as we're using it. But it really will drain a lot of the water off your greens. Let's get started. All right, let's start on the collard greens, guys. Just by inspecting these, they're clean. When they rinse in here, I'll put some water in there and rinse them, but I'm gonna take the
bug-eaten spots, though, do they need to worry about?
No, if there's bug-eaten spots, as long as the bug's not there, you'll be fine. But these look really clean. I mean, we could rinse them again if we want. Sometimes I'll do a double rinse. I'll put them in here, and then I'll pour some water in there and I'll spin them. But for now, this looks fine. I'm gonna break it into smaller pieces. You just don't want the bitter stem. Try to get as much off as you can. And just remember too, when you're gonna be cooking greens, they're gonna shrink up a lot. This looks good.
Well, and we certainly recommend that if you're buying these from the store, to make sure you do a rinse. And a lot of people that buy them from the store and do a rinse will do it in lemon water. They'll do a soak in lemon water because a lot of the manufacturers or the stores will coat these with wax.
Yeah, that's
and
gross.
the acid from the lemon water will remove the wax.
Yeah, nobody wants to eat, even though it's...
But we don't have to do that because ours is fresh.
Yeah, ours are fresh.
So you want to put the stems in here?
I'll just throw them in the sink and then I can scoop them out. And then we'll throw the stems in the compost. All right, we're gonna get to work, guys. Okay, so I've got some of the collard greens in here. Guys, it's gonna take several times of spinning and mixing, and then I'll just put the clean greens in here because I need to chop them up. And I want to add onions, garlic. I want to add up these sliced turnips. It's going to be amazing. My goal, or our goal, is hopefully that we can fill up, what, 4 to 6 quarts to pressure can them. But really simple. It has a tube at the bottom for the water to come out. You guys probably have seen this before. Careful you don't hit your hand. And then your greens are nice and clean. Just pop them in this pot for now. And we're going to inspect them again. We're going to wash them probably again. We have a lot of processing to do. Here we go. Well, we're about halfway there. We've got our whole pot right here of greens. Remember guys, we're gonna add a little bit of maybe some turkey stock or something, onions, garlic, and it's gonna cook down. So it's really gonna condense. So you wanna pack it in there really well. And I don't think we need to wash it a third time. We went through every piece. I don't think there's gonna be any bugs or anything. It's pretty clean. We're just gonna keep going, keep the process going, and we'll be right back. So just kind of show you guys the water. There's some dirt and
this was
little
our second or third rinse.
So we're gonna keep them clean.
So it's good reason to keep continuing.
Yeah, we got another batch to do. We've got a full pot, and then we're starting another one. Here we go. So we went ahead, guys. We make our own bacon, but I went into the store and I got some salt pork. Basically, it's just pork belly, cured. We are going to be making more bacon. We've done probably 2 or 3 videos on that, but I'm going to go ahead and dice these and then add them to the pot. Just little 1/2-inch cubes, and that's going to give those greens flavor. And then I'm going to slice up an onion, and we have 2 pots, so we're going to probably end up cooking 2 pots, probably for 30 minutes, and then we're going to put them in the quartz jars, and we're going to pressure can them, 10 pounds, probably 30 to 40 minutes, and they'll be done. We'll let them cool overnight, and we'll fill the cupboard. There we go. I'm going to do a little onion. And I'm just going to do a medium julienne because it's going to cook down. I'm just adding flavor. And I'll spread this between the 2 pots. And then I'll put garlic in. And then I think we'll probably put a little bit of chicken or turkey stock. We have leftover turkey stock from the Thanksgiving we have in the freezer. There we go. All right, friends, let's talk seasoning, okay? Obviously, salt, pepper, a little bit of sugar, white vinegar. We're gonna use just a dash of our Piercing Hot Caribbean Sun. This is our hot sauce. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Miss Lippy's Full Throttle. Miss Lippy's Bayou Blends. Hey, Lippy. Hey, buddy. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. And we're going to do the Voodoo Dust, because that kind of just goes with everything. But this, I really like it. The Full Throttle, it's kind of like the Trinity. So we're going to add a little bit of that, and that's going to give a lot of flavor. And, of course, instead of using whole garlic, because it discolors when you can it, turns that kind of greenish blue, I went ahead and just put a little garlic powder. But that's our seasoning, and we'll get it cooking, and then we'll get it canned. All right, guys, it's been about 40 minutes. Are we done yet? I think we're gonna get it all in one pot. Okay, friends, we were able to get everything in one pot. Now it's low and slow. We don't want to scald or burn anything. There's a couple of cups of water on the bottom. There's some vinegar and then all of our spices. So we're just gonna be patient. We're gonna put the lid on and wait about 15 minutes to let it steam, and it'll shrink down, and I'll show you where we are from there. And then we're going to pull out our quart jars, and we're going to pressure can it. All right, guys, the greens have been cooking for about 40 minutes. They look good. The flavor, we tested everything. We're very happy with it. So now we're going to maybe get 5 quarts, and then we're going to put it in our pressure canner at 10 pounds for 90 minutes. All right, guys, let's try not to make too much of a mess, but it's probably going to happen. And we're going to want to get some of that liquid in there as well, and we'll ladle that after we get the greens in. All right, let me focus on this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, friends, we've got the greens in here, and I'm cleaning the lids thoroughly. And everything's been sanitized, but I'm using white vinegar. It's got to be clean. And we're going to be cleaning the lids. It's going to go in the pressure cooker. The pressure cooker is on. It's been on for about 10-15 minutes. It's already starting to come to heat, but I'm going to clean the heck out of these guys. We want a good seal. And because there's pork salt in here, it's going to have to go for 90 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. Well worth it. So I'm going to get these all cleaned up thoroughly, and then I'll put the lids on, and we'll put them in the pressure canner. Okay, guys. Pressure canner is on. We're going to line that up. And we got to take your time and just lightly work around the edges. Don't be afraid of a pressure canner. I know it's kind of scary, but pretty safe. But we're not going to put the weight on, the 10-pound weight, until this steams for about 10 minutes is kind of my rule of thumb. And then we want to maintain here 10 pounds pressure for 90 minutes. So I'm going to just torque those down, not too tight, just finger tight. Same with the jars. We're going to wait about 10 minutes. When that steams for 10 minutes, we'll put the weight on, we'll set the alarm for 90 minutes, and we're going to maintain that 10 pounds. Super easy. All right, steam is on. It's been going for 10 minutes. We're going to put our 10 pound, be careful. And then we're going to watch the gauge, and it's going to get to 10 pounds, and we're going to set the alarm for 90 minutes. Super easy. 5 quarts of homemade greens grown in our garden. All right, guys, it's been an hour and a half, 90 minutes. We're just going to turn it off and let it sit overnight. I'll open it up in the morning. Good morning, friends, and Happy New Year. Well, we went ahead and let the greens sit in the pressure cooker overnight, release the valve, and they were good to go this morning. So we're going to clean them up, get them labeled, put them on the pantry shelf, and then mark our little list. But it's real easy, guys. I can put a basic recipe down below. Just make sure your cook times, if you have meat in your quart or your jar, you're going to have to pressure can it longer. So, but Happy New Year. You guys have a wonderful New Year, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.